Walking through Macau, walking around Macau, 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 Macau. Pátio do Espinho.
Okay, we're going to start this video here, but we're actually going to go over there, which is called Espinho. And before we do, we just kind of give you an idea where we are. So we're up on St. Paul's Church, overlooking the whole city. You can even see Grand Lisboa Casino up there. This is a little plaza. It's St. Paul Street. And there's also a cathedral, or a fort up there, Fortaleza. Okay, so let's just put this up on the map so you can see, and then we're gonna go over there towards Espinho. Okay, we got another slice of Macau for you. Let's put this up on the map so you can see exactly where we are. Without further ado, let's just get right into it as if you're there yourself. Another slice of Macau. Okay, so this is kind of one of the major tourist attractions in Macau. And then behind it is Espinho. And this is also another tourist attraction over there. So this whole little cathedral up there. Another landmark right there is Grand Lisboa Casino. And then we're going to go behind it in a minute, but I just want to give the full context of everything in here. So a lot of people come here, take photos and such. And this whole little thing is called the Largo of the Company of Jesus right there. So this whole little area. Okay. So let's go up. So we are gonna go to behind the St. Paul's ruins. There's also some information right here. It's in English, Portuguese, Chinese, Japanese as well. And there's also stuff behind in here too. So there's a little street called Passion Street right in there. And then this one is called like Resurrection Street. So it kind of goes behind. Okay, so we are going to go behind the church to Espinho. This will all make sense in a minute. Before we go down, there's a little cornerstone right here. Take a look at this. So this is the cornerstone of this church, 1602, right there. So they put it in glass. They even have a little thing about QR code you can look at and get more information about it, more details. Espinho is right over here. So we're gonna go behind that. Looks like they're building a stage right here. Got some bamboo. And then these kind of go down. There's Cinema Church down that way. This is Resurrection Street, straight down that way. And that's the back side of the church. Espinho is right over there. Let's just see, but they have this little temple right here. So this is kind of connects to Espinho. They're talking about this this one. There's even a little museum inside about it. We'll definitely show you that more in a minute. I think it just closed for the evening. And then Espinho is behind these walls. These walls, if you touch it, it kind of like crumbles a little bit, but these are made of like oyster shells and different things. A lot of people would like to take this shot right here because you get the back of St. Paulo's ruins, Gran Lisboa. And then we have stuff in Japanese, English, Portuguese, Chinese about this Nacha. And then this is all Espinho. The museum just closed. I think it must close around 5 or 6, 5:30 maybe. I think it's about 6 o'clock right now. There's our patio right there. So Patio do Espinho right there. And so they have the Nacha, it's kind of reference to that, but there's actually more to it. There's also like a little bit of a residential area that actually is pretty amazing. This is blocked, but there's a cat in the tree of the backyard right there. Someone has a nice balcony right there too, right? And then they have places to sit as well. Okay, so backside of Sao Paulo ruins. We'll just look at that one shot again. There's the shot. So somebody stands right there. You can see him looking behind St. Paul's ruins and also Gran Lisboa. Okay, so now we're going to go down the other side of Espinho. Okay. These have lots of little lights for people, kind of beautify the patio, the little courtyard. And yeah, actually all these little plans says no photos, so but Espinho also goes to the other side there too. So not only is it this little courtyard, it also goes into here. And then you can actually see this little place right here called Amigos do Espinho. And that's the name of it right there, Patio do Espinho. So that's connects all the way to St. Paul ruins directly that way, and then it also connects to this whole neighborhood over here. So there's this little thing that says Friends of Espinho, that little building there. And we can actually walk into this through that space in there, and you can also walk up into there as well. So we're gonna actually do that. So here's Amigos do Espinho. This wasn't always here, of course, not always everything, but I think maybe around COVID time. But this sign looks, but there's little QR codes, even a Facebook one. And then back behind, there's a community that people don't always know so much about. But we're gonna look back in there a little tiny bit, but not too much. But there are some businesses. There's even some restaurants and things like that. And occasionally there's dogs. But we could walk into here and explore. Love the architecture in here, but I kind of want to go where the big tree is at in the business, because those will be the things that people see the most. But if you actually come here yourself, definitely go behind and see. There's small little stuff in here. So that's Espinho, and then hello. I guess he was saying it to me. I didn't know who he was saying it to. Okay. Amigos to Espinho. So we're just gonna highlight some of the stuff here. This is for the cars, so they can see behind them. See, I don't know what this is for. Usually it's in the roads, and then you can see before, in some of the crazy crowded streets, you can see a little bit some of the beautiful trees in Macau. You can actually do a QR code and see more information about it. Let me see. I think there's I think some of these have businesses. I could hear the music, but I'm not sure if that one is or not. Yeah, these are like really amazing. I think my understanding is back when Sao Paulo ruins was being built, they brought in a lot of Japanese Christians that had to leave Japan due to kicking out the Christians that were there when the Portuguese were there in Nagasaki. So a lot of the Nagasaki Japanese converted Christians came here and they worked on St. Paul's Church, and apparently they lived back in this neighborhood. There's a little dog. And so when I read about history about Espinho, I usually hear about how they settled behind the church, and I think that that is here, because I think it was Espinho, and this is a bigger area than that one, than the tiny small one. There's some cats right there. So we could actually walk around and explore in here, but it's a bit wet. I think I might come in across with some mud, and I know there's a couple dogs in here too, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. But this little Espinho, I believe it's basically all these low-rise ones, and then this one, all these tall buildings kind of marks where Espinho would end, and you can't walk from this neighborhood into that I know of. I have walked around in here, and I think you have to basically walk back out and walk around the block to get to those tall buildings over there. Okay. So that was another taste of Macau. Beautiful, beautiful Macau. Showing you the beautiful aspects of the city and some of the stuff that's around here as well. So I'm going to come back out of Espinho. I don't want to make my video too long, but I think you have a good understanding of Espinho now, I believe. And then we'll just come right back out. And there's another way to go to St. Paul's Church behind it as well. So you can see all of that right there, St. Paul's Church, Fortress, Museum, Camões Garden. Then you can see the back of the church right there. Okay. So we'll just let you see what this other street looks like as well. So cars can come down this way and park and have access to the backside of St. Paul's Church. All right.